How to get a girlfriend. Sharp Game coming at you with another video from ChooseYourRelationships.com, author of Boss Slave Secrets, which can be found on Amazon.com. So this is a question that I got from a long-time subscriber. You want to know, hey, give me some tips of some keys, how to get a girlfriend, how to get my life in order as quick and as fast as possible. So, regardless of the chaos, the fear that's going on in the world upon us, you still have to live your life. And spring is coming about, and after spring it's going to be summertime, and people are going to be looking to socialize and get out there and meet people and do your thing, and hit the beaches and go swimming and all that good stuff. So I know what it is. So out with the winter, out with the cold and with the heat. Out with the old and with the new, as they say. So the first thing I would say is don't look for validation from women. Don't look for validation from women when you socialize and meeting women and you're dating. One of the worst things you could do is look for validation. That's weakness. And women, they pick up on that stuff. They know that you're trying to go out of your way to do things for them. And you don't even know her. That's the funny thing. You don't even know this woman, and you walking around on eggshells with her. You don't want to say certain things around her because it might offend her. But you don't even know her, so it doesn't really matter. It's the first date, the first phone call, first time you're meeting her. So why are you so cautious about what you say to her? You don't even know her. I mean, I'm not saying you should be an asshole, but why so timid and so standoffish and you're walking around on eggshells? I mean, you don't know from a can of paint. That conversation with her might be the last conversation, and you might never see her ever again. And that's okay. So if you want some validation, look in the mirror. That's the only person you should seek validation from, yourself. So that's the first thing. And I would say the next thing is stop trying to do too much too fast, especially in the beginning. A lot of guys like to go above and beyond in the beginning. Women do this too, but let them do their thing. Some people say it's a form of thirst. They're thirsty. Yeah, a lot of guys do this. Like the first day, they'll bring red roses. The first day? Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, man. What does the red rose represent on the first day? Let that sink in. What does red roses represent the first day? You don't know this woman at all. You just maybe you got her phone number, had talked to her 5 minutes, got the phone number, and then you call up and say, hey, let's meet up at this bar and grill on such and such street. I'll meet you over there. And you show up with red roses. They're like, my God. You barely know her name. Don't do that on the first date. Don't do that. Don't show up with a gift, a rap gift on the first date. Don't do that. Don't show up with a card talking about confessing your love. On the car, in the card, it says towards a loving friendship, and don't do that. You do that when you know someone, when you have, chemistry, or a good vibe, and you hit it a few times. You ain't even hit it yet, and you coming up with roses. That doesn't make any sense. I see guys do this many times. Just don't do it. See, it's not the roses itself, it's what the roses represent. Red roses. Don't do that. You can get any other kind of flowers, but not red roses. Now you might be thinking, hey, what's wrong with that, man? Well, it's because you don't understand game. That's why. You might think there's nothing wrong with it. You need to get you some game if you don't understand. And hey, if you want some game, go to badboysecretsclub.com. Badboysecretsclub.com. Click the link below. And the next thing I would say is, you got to get your own life in order. See, a lot of guys having financial problems. Maybe they don't have a car. I'm not saying everybody should have a car, but they don't have a place to stay. They're on somebody's couch. You should have your own place to stay. If you don't have your own place to stay, at least, and if you don't have if you're in like crazy debt, you shouldn't be dating nobody. You shouldn't be dating them. Now, a lot of people, we like to put the cart before the horse. They'll go out and find somebody to date and be with, then they'll get their life in order. No, that don't work. That all you're doing basically is pulling somebody else into your chaos, into your madness. That doesn't work. I've seen many relationships fail like that. People, a lot of people try to reinvent the wheel. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. That's like a drug addict trying to take care of a household. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. That's like a drunk alcoholic trying to take care of a family. That doesn't work. But people will try to reinvent the wheel. They'll try to make something out of nothing. That doesn't work. You can try to make something out of nothing, but a lot of it's gonna fail. And the next thing I would say, if you pose in the right clothes, you get chose, man. You gotta dress well. You gotta dress in stuff that works for you. What worked for your buddy might not work for you. Have your own style. I don't know what that is for you. I don't know what having your own style means to you, but you're gonna have to figure that out. Just like I have my own style. Sometimes I get suited and booted, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I come out with jeans, polo shirts, shoes. Sometimes I come out in t-shirts and jeans. It just depends on how I feel on this, on that day, in time. But hey, whatever you wear, cause you gotta focus. When you step outside, man, you gotta feel like, hey, I'm one of the baddest son of a bitches out here, baby. I'm 10 toes down. You gotta feel confident about yourself, man. Cause if you pose in the right clothes, you get chose. Sometimes you ain't really got to say that much. If you dress a certain type of way, if you catch a woman's eye, it works. I've tested this out many times. There's been times where I say, "Hey, I'm a dress today in khakis and a long sleeve shirt and some shoes, and see what type of reaction I get." Right? And the next day, I went, I changed it up. I had on some jeans and sneakers and a shirt and just a t-shirt, black shirt, or a red shirt. It's a different reaction. A lot of women look at you differently. Even though you're the same person, but their perception of you, your projection to them is going to be different. So it is what it is, you know. And the next thing I would say, you got to change your mind, change your perspective on everything, just in life. Because what usually happens, a lot of people want people and everything else around them to change, but they don't want to change. So if you're waiting on people around you to change and things to change, but the environment to change, man, you're gonna be waiting for a long time. By the time that happens, you're gonna be dead, or some old man or old woman. So the best thing to do is you should change. That's the fastest way to see this, to have anything really change in your life. Is you gotta change. And then when you change, they're going to see you different. And then that's when everything gonna change. That's what happens. That's what usually happens, man. But see, a lot of people will do everything outside themselves. They'll go to college, get educated. They'll, they do all this stuff on the outside, but they never think about changing what's on the inside. They never think about that. That never really dawns on them. It's kind of like they'll go to college. College that's formal education or whatever. But then they'll spit on like self-educated people. If you read a bunch of books, maybe you went to seminars, conferences, or whatever, they'll be like, "Ah, the hell with that," But if you didn't go to a big university, even though y'all might have learned the same thing, they'll be like, "Ah, whatever," But so they'll spend all $50,000, $100,000, $500,000 at some Ivy League college, right? But when it comes to getting your mind right, that they kind of like, whatever. When they graduate, they put the book on the shelf, the plaque on the wall, and that's it. But in real life, doesn't work like that. You have to keep learning. You have to keep growing. Either you're learning, either you're growing, or you're dying. That's just what it is. There's no such thing as being stagnant. That doesn't work. Either you learn, either you're growing, or you're dying. That's it. There's no neutral position out here. A lot of things there's a lot of reasons to be negative out here, but you have to be as positive as you can, and you have to see the positive in almost anything humanly possible. There's a lot of things to be negative about, but hey, you have to. In any negative situation, there's always a positive. But we're prone to see the negative first. We tend to never forget the negatives. That's how I think that's how we're wired. We hold on to the negatives. We don't remember the best things that happen to us. We remember the worst things that happen to us. So you gotta make that shift. And the last thing I would say is you gotta find the joy in your life that you had when you were a kid. You gotta be like a kid again. I'm not saying you got to act like a kid, but you got to remember how you felt when you were a kid. You had that joy, that spirit in you. You were open. You were happy at times. But somehow, the older you got, you lost that spirit. You lost that joy. You lost that energy. You lost it because you grew up, took on all these responsibilities, and for whatever reason, you lost that energy. You lost that openness. You became closed off. You have to go back to that, and you have to get that spirit that you used to have back then. You have to become open again. You have to raise your energy. You have to become more and do more. You have to remember how it was when you were 12 or 8 or 15 years old. The fun that you used to have with your friends and family and your cousins growing up. You forgot how that was today because you done grew up, you went to college, you met all these different people, maybe you traveled, met these new people, and you forgot about the old people. So I'm a firm believer you can't forget where you came from. So you got to go back to that. So these are just a few steps to getting your life in order, preparing for when you invite new people in your life. That's all this is. So hey, if you like this video, share this video, and if you want more videos like this, go to badboysecretsclub.com. That's my new membership site over there. If you're trying to learn this stuff from TV or your friends or your family or, from people at your job or some Hollywood movie, if you're trying to learn game from them, good luck with that. You need to learn from somebody that's been there and done that, like me. So, hey, go to badboysecretsclub.com. Like this video, share this video. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.